You too. You too. Let's go work these legs, baby. Let's go.
Can't quit. Got too much money to get, show. Stay down. Grand hustle. Look, I'm this far from being a star, and just that close to quitting. I never shoulda came close to miss, but I wanna be a musician, pimpin', not a politician. Listen, feel my position. It's a rough transition. Plus I'm way too deep in the game to be trying to change. For fortune and fame and glamour, I could be in a slam. 6 feet up under Atlanta. It's a blessing to breathe. I walk the streets with 7 felonies. I'm blessed to be free. Long as somebody up in heaven who keep blessing the G. TIP will still be blessing CDs. So haters, you can see these, cause I'm back now with something to prove. Everything the game, pimpin', nothing to lose. I oughta start smacking when there's nothing to do. They too big, shoot them in the leg and even the arm. Cause she ain't hard, unless you ran with Cap and C-Rod. Trap with KT and Brawl with JR. But home with DP, broke bread with JG.
All right, guys. I done got my leg workout over with. Pretty decent hit. Pretty decent hit. Like I said, pretty decent hit. The day is Wednesday. I'ma stretch. I'm gonna do some foam rolling. I'm gonna do some stretching this afternoon. And that's all I got going on, baby. Training going good. Like, I mean, if you just started following me, pretty much, I repeat it. Well, I done said it before, but if you just start following me, if you're training for a marathon or a half marathon, the key to it is to, in my opinion, is to just keep running. Just, run a certain amount of miles a week, and just keep your legs running. Just keep running. And I do 25 to 30 miles a week, sometimes more than that. And so when it's time to run, you're right. And then the reason for the working out is for the strength. And the reason for the stretching, it's very important to stretch. It's underrated, to be honest with you. And to be really honest with you, I need to be stretching more than I'm stretching, to be honest with you. But I just I can't answer why I don't stretch as much as I should. I still stretch, but not as much as I need to be. But those are that's the key to running. Now I do see people that do a lot of mobility training. I see a lot of people do a lot of speed work. That's good too. That's great. But for what I'm doing, only thing I'm really doing, to be honest with you, all I'm doing is I want to complete 50 states. This is the purpose of this channel. I want to be able to say I ran each state in the United States. And I'm at state number 19 now. When I go to Maine, it'll be state number 20. It'll be state number 20 when I get to Maine. Once I finish that, this is the reason for it. Now, there are times I go for a PR, but for the most part, I'm having fun doing this shit. This shit is fun to me. I'm not trying to break no records. I'm not trying to be, get in first place or none of that shit. That's not really, what I'm in it for. I just want to complete 50 states, and I want to take you guys on it with me. That is basically it. That's it. But in order to do that, you have to stay. In my opinion, you have to stay running, and you have to stay working out. Another reason for the workout, to have a good looking physique. I see people who just run and don't do any kind of lifting no weights or do no push-ups or no pull-ups or any of that. They look real frail to me. I don't want to have that look. And if you're doing strictly cardio, if you're doing just strictly running and you're not doing the other things, you'll start looking real weak and puny. And I don't want to look like that. Let me share with y'all my first bump. as usual, y'all be safe, y'all be productive. I'll get with you guys in a little while. All right, guys, I'm off from work. Another smooth, easy, peaceful day. I wanted to elaborate on something I was saying earlier. I looked at the video just a second ago about what I was saying about working legs. About I work legs today and how stretching is underrated. Well, let me start here. On leg days, and that's usually most of the time. Leg days is on Wednesdays. And on my leg days, since I've been doing marathons and running half marathons and shit like that, we don't go heavy. I'm gonna give you a couple of reasons why. When one day, a while back, when I decided to start running and stuff like that and doing these marathons, I talked to a guy, we was talking and I told him about me working legs. He said, man, I would not go heavy on them days you're gonna run a long run. Now, if you've been following me, you already know that I do my long runs on Fridays or either Saturdays. And my leg day is on Wednesdays, and I'm training to run these states. So being that I'm doing that, I do not go heavy. Oh, let me explain to you why. I mean, what I was about to tell you. He told me, I don't recommend you going heavy. So I went one day in my mind like, man, this man don't know the hell he talking about. I'm finna kill it. We just went in there. We was going heavy, and this was on a Wednesday, and I had a long run. I think it was that Saturday. Man, my leg was hurting so damn bad, and I tried to run that long run, and I was like, this is what he was talking about. So, with that being said, I stopped. Being that I want to do this 50 state goals, I stopped going real heavy. I listened to what he said. Shit, I learned the hard way. So I'm a hard headed motherfucker, but I should listen to him, to be honest with you. You pay a price when you're being hard headed. But anyway, we live real light and we do a lot of reps. And another reason, back in 2006, 2007, one of them years, I was having some real bad back issues. I was having back issues. And my doctor, I went to a doctor, he recommended me to let me back up. He did. I went to a chiropractor first. I went to the chiropractor. He did some x-rays. He said you have sciatic nerve or some old shit like that. I might not be saying the name right, but anyway, I had two bulging discs and it was pinching the nerve. And I was having pains going down my left leg and my right leg. And he was like, he just gave me this doctor talk and telling me that, we're going to do some adjustments and see how that works. So he did the job. I went to therapy for about, a few months, and it eased up. So I stopped going after it worked, I guess. And then I stopped going. So after a little while, the pain started coming back. My pain started coming back. So I said, you know what? Let me go, because it was hurting so bad. I was thinking about doing surgery, to be honest with you. I was thinking about just getting back surgery because I talked to some people who got back surgeries. I've heard some stories like, this the best thing I ever done, and I've heard that's the worst thing I ever done. But I was thinking about getting surgery. I was hurting that bad. So what I did was I went to my doctor. My doctor suggested that I go to a specialist. They did an MRI. He scheduled an MRI. Then he recommended me go to this back specialist. So the specialist was like, you know what? Let's not give you surgery. Let's not even look at that. Let's send you to therapy, because he peeped the fact that I was very active and I like working out and shit like that. So he said, you know what? Let's try this therapy first. So I started going to physical therapy, and this is why I'm telling you, stretching is underrated. Ever since I've been going to physical therapy, it's been a game changer, man. I all them stretches you see me do, I got it from the therapy. I went to therapy therapy for about 6 weeks, and I just went out on my own. He gave me I already seen what he did, but he gave me some paperwork and said, look, just do these, every so often, and you should be fine because, you work out and stuff like that. Then he also said, you can go to the chiropractor every now and then. So with those things, I start going to the chiropractor once a week to get me adjustment. And I do stretching. I do stretching at least twice a week. I need to do more than that, but at least twice a week I do stretching and foam rolling, and I get a massage once a month. So those things helps out tremendously. That's why I tell you stretching is very underrated. And to be honest with you, I need to incorporate it more than what I do. So I said all that just to let y'all know, man, if anybody's having any back issues, any issues with their back, I think you should try stretching. Stretching is very underrated. And another thing I don't do is I do drink, but I do not drink as much as I used to. That's another thing I noticed. Because they said they seen a little bit of arthritis when I got the MRI. They seen a little bit of arthritis, and for whatever reason, I think the consumption of alcohol flares up the arthritis. That's just my thinking, because I do notice that if I do drink, the days I do drink, the next morning it does not feel good. But it's nothing to where I just like I'm finna just stop. It's nothing to where I'm just finna just say, you know what, I quit drinking, because in my opinion, after a marathon, after a half marathon, a few cups of cold beer tastes damn good, and I'm not at the point that I'm ready to stop that shit yet. Now, any other time I don't drink any other, other than that, I don't really be drinking like that. I did have I did have a daiquiri on Mother's Day, but I drunk that, and then I did notice that next morning I noticed a little pains in my back and my knee area. I did know. I don't know. I think it flares up my arthritis. That's my thoughts. I'm not no damn doctor, and anybody got them telling me. I mean, looking at this shit, say, this motherfucker crazy. That shit don't hurt. You shut the fuck up. That's what I notice about me. Like if I have a drink the night before, a few drinks the night before, I notice that, I feel little pains in my lower back and in my knee area. So I don't know. I just think it flares up my arthritis. I told you the doctor said in my MRI he noticed he seen a little arthritis. But anyway, I just wanted to elaborate more on what I was saying earlier. Let me go get this ab work done. I'm gonna go to this gym. I'm gonna get me get some ab work done, and I'm gonna go do some stretching and foam rolling. Let's get it.
Say baby, what you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. Don't say that. Shut your trap. I'm sipping wine. In a robe. I look too good to be alone. My house clean. My pool warm. Just shake. Smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. What's happening? I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you're trying to lay in these arms, I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open. I'ma leave the door open.
All right, guys, that's it for me. I done scratch, foam roll. I done did my legs. I'm done for the day, baby. Another good thing about stretching, man, you feel so much better. I'm finna sleep like a goddamn baby. I'm about to sleep like a baby. But anyway, I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna eat this salad. I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'm a.k.a. Scooby, and I'm out. Y'all be easy.